morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I am good. How are you?
Oh, so good. I am extra good because we get to do my favorite thing of the week.
What's that?
Do you know what that is? We're doing it right now.
The Monday Morning Show?
The Monday Morning Show. It is another week of the Monday Morning Show. I'm Noah.
And I'm Ashley.
And we are your hosts. We can't wait to tell you what is going on at Freedom Village this week. It is another busy and beautiful week.
It is.
I am just getting more and more excited as we're like jumping right into spring. Things are feeling so good. Seeing the sunshine has been revolutionary.
And life-changing.
Life-changing.
Absolutely.
So we are so excited. But I would like to ask you how your weekend was.
My weekend was good.
Was it?
It was good. I spent lots of time with my girls because tonight I'm leaving for a few days. I'm hopping on a jet plane. There's a song, I can't think of it though. I'm heading to Boston to help my mom recover from surgery, so I'm going to be gone for a few days.
We will
leave
miss
my
you.
babies, leave my other baby.
I'll be so sad without her.
But I couldn't miss up a Monday morning, so
Well,
I booked an evening flight so that I could be here today.
Perfect.
Yes.
We are so glad to hear that.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. My brother was home from college, so I spent some time with him, and my mom, for those of you who've met her puppy, has a very sweet 9-month-old golden retriever, and this weekend she had his brother too, so she watched one of his litter mates, so it was just puppy central at their house, and it was so much fun. So it was a really good weekend.
That's really fun.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Well, spring means prom.
Oh, it
not
does
for us. We already had our prom.
We had our
a couple
winter
months
prom,
ago,
yes.
But for the teenagers, spring means prom.
It does.
Before you can go to prom, you have to get a prom date.
A prom date? Do you have to get a prom date?
Well, no, you don't. You don't.
But if you want to get a prom date,
Noah just ruined my segue into the next thing.
Sorry, I just couldn't help it.
Well, today is National Promposal Day.
Promposal.
Promposal Day.
Promposal Day.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
Well, so here's what I learned is that Men's Warehouse created National Promposal Day.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I know. But promposals are really fun. Since early 2000s, people have been starting to ask their prom dates in super elaborate ways.
Yes.
So I just thought we'd share a few little fun promposal videos with the viewers.
Do you want to hear my promposal?
Yes.
It wasn't super elaborate, but my senior year of high school, my prom date, we had gone to school together for years and years. And in 4th and 5th grade, we were safeties together. So we like walked little kids to the bus line and stuff. And so he made a sign that had a like safety orange belt on it and said like, something along the lines of, I wouldn't be safe without you at prom.
Oh,
so it was very
cute.
sweet. It was quite creative and a callback to years before. But let's see some of these more elaborate proms.
Special surprise for you guys. So, come on stage.
Character. I love this.
Are you ready?
Those are so fun.
They are.
So much fun.
My siblings have been thinking about their promposals
Have
lately.
they?
I have 2 seniors in high school siblings and 2 sophomore in high school siblings. So they've got some promposals to ask and some promposals to get. We'll see what happens. So fun.
Well, let's get into our week. What do we have going today?
What do we have going? Well, surprise, surprise. We're watching a movie today.
A movie?
We are continuing with the Oscar nominees, and today we are watching Maestro. On the verge of securing a golden opportunity, American conductor Leonard Bernstein begins a tumultuous relationship with actress Felicia Montealegre, upturning their lives. So that is at 2 p.m. in the auditorium, and as always, we will have popcorn, movie snacks, root beer, and just a good movie afternoon. So 2 o'clock, join us. And at 7 p.m. tonight is the Holland Area Historical Society meeting. So the bus will leave at 7 p.m. and sign up on Touchtown if you would like to ride that bus.
Perfect. Tuesday at 10 a.m. you can head to the Arts and Crafts room for an Easter egg filling. You might be wondering, why are we filling Easter eggs? Well, we're going to jump a few weeks ahead, and on Saturday, March 30th at 11 a.m., we are going to hold an Easter egg hunt in our backyard.
Our first annual.
Our first annual, yes.
Yeah.
We're super excited about it. Invite all of your grandkids, your nieces, nephews, any children you know. Invite them to come out, and we'll have thousands of Easter eggs.
Hopefully, but we need your help.
But yes, we need your help to fill these eggs. So please, please, please come down for a little while and just fill some Easter eggs with us. 10 a.m. Arts and Crafts room.
Perfect.
And at 2 o'clock, we've got another movie.
Woo!
This time we are watching Past Lives. Nora and Hae Sung, 2 deeply connected childhood friends, are a rest apart after Nora's family immigrates from South Korea. Decades later, they are reunited for one fateful week as they confront destiny, love, and the choices that make a life.
Aww, how sweet. That'll be an interesting one.
Yes.
And then on Wednesday, we've got a couple of fun things going on as well. We have an artistic outing for the Village Artists, and they are heading to Not So Shabby Marketplace. Mm-hmm. This is a joint outing with the Urban Sketchers of West Michigan. And it's a wonderful antique mall with lots of interesting places to sketch. There isn't a ton of seating, so make sure you bring a chair and sign up on Touchtown if you would like to go. And that is again at 10:15. And then at 11 a.m., we will be heading out for a trip to Meyer Gardens to see the butterfly exhibit, which is Ashley's favorite exhibit.
I don't love it, but that's okay.
Ashley's not a butterfly girl, but if you are, this will be a great afternoon, and Meyer Gardens is just so pretty.
It's so beautiful.
That'll be awesome, and we will leave at 11 a.m. And in the evening, we have our Oscar movie that we've already seen in the auditorium, so we'll be showing Barbie on channel 954 at 7:30 p.m. on Wednesday night.
Perfect. Thursday morning, we are headed out to breakfast, and this month we are going to Bob Evans.
Bob Evans. I've never been to a Bob Evans.
Bob Evans, down on the farm.
Oh, I didn't know that one. I almost said yum.
That's Red Robin.
Ah!
Red Robin. Yum.
I was close, but wrong.
No Red Robin. We're going to Bob Evans for breakfast. In the afternoon, you can join Sandy at 2 o'clock in the Michigan room for her Android class, making and managing phone calls. So if you've got an Android phone, this is the place to be.
Perfect.
3 o'clock, Noah is doing cardio drumming up in the gym, so a great way to have fun and get a workout in. And then we'll end the day at 7:15 with Peter Bergen's St. Patrick's Day Ragtime Concert. And so he will be on the piano playing some ragtime Irish music for us.
He'll be singing along too, so he's
Perfect.
always a hoot, that guy. And on Friday, we've got a couple of things, both at 2 o'clock. We have our Sad Walk at 2 p.m., or you can watch another Oscar nominee movie, and on Friday, it will be Poor Things. Brought back to life by an unorthodox scientist, a young woman runs off with a lawyer on a whirlwind adventure across the continents. Free from the prejudices of her time, she grows steadfast in her purpose to stand for equality and liberation.
Ooh.
This one looks very interesting to me, and it's Emma Stone.
Oh, yeah.
She's a great actress, but it just looks a little bit creepy.
Really?
So I think it'll be a fun one.
I think I've heard this one's a little weird.
It's a little bit out there, it's a little bit weird, but aren't all the Oscar nominees?
That's the fun of the Oscar nominees. We'll end the week on Saturday with a pancake breakfast at 7:45 a.m. in the bistro. And then in the evening, we've got a Grand Rapids Choir of Men and Boys concert. The bus will leave Freedom Village at 5:30, and the concert is free. It's just $3 for transportation. So make sure you sign up in Touchtown because we have to have 10 to go.
And on Sunday is our next installment of the Free at 3 series. So the bus for that leaves at 2:30. And again, just make sure you're signed up on Touchtown to hop on over.
Yes. Well, in honor of all these Oscar movies, the Academy Awards was last night. We've been packing our theaters full. I thought we should join in on the fun.
Oh, I love that idea. What kind of fun are we having?
Well, I think we need to have a little award show.
Ooh, all right. Okay, I'm ready.
Let's look back over the past year of the Monday Morning Show.
Oh,
and hand
Monday
out some
Morning Show awards?
Or the Mondees.
The Mondees.
Do we like that name?
I love that name. Is it reminiscent of the Dundies?
Of the Dundies, yes. If anyone's watched The Office. So
the
we
Mondees.
are going to have our very first Mondees.
Oh, I'm excited.
Yes.
All right. Let's get started with the Mondees. I'm excited.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, our first category is going to be the best documentary. So the best documentary the Monday Morning Show has put together this year. And the award goes to From Womb to Concert Hall, the Susan Boersma story.
Wonderful. That is such a great documentary that happened on the Monday Morning Show.
Yes, the best one so far.
The best one so far.
My life continued harmoniously, a blend of music and action, the rhythm of rowing, the thrill of a helicopter ride, and once I commandeered a piece of large farm equipment. But always with the enduring and universal qualities of music. Then Camp Geneva. I attended the camp as a child, and as a teen, young adult, I worked with the camp director, and I noticed the lifeguard. Jim. Jim and I were married and began our life of many people, many places, including Wisconsin, Massachusetts, Vermont, Ohio, and finally Michigan.
And I'm just very grateful and blessed that she is my friend, my best friend.
My life's work and joy has been music, words and music. Words set to music have a singular importance.
The next category is going to be our best sibling interview.
Best sibling interview. Who could that be?
That award goes to Joe Kuiper and Ken Oldhoff.
Oh, what sweet siblings they are.
One thing I do recall about Pa, which was always surprising to me after a long, hot day, he would go down back in the store. He'd tell us to go back down to the store and he'd say, get some ice cream and get some root beer. We need some root beer floats. But we used to call them black cows at that time. And I do remember that. And I thought, boy, that's pretty nice, but we can go right downstairs and get that.
It was very handy to have a grocery store so close. We could just go down, I think there were 27 steps, if I remember right.
I don't remember that.
And it's been a great time, really, a super time. We had not spent much time together in these last years.
No, I think after when you went off to college, that's when our lives separated and we didn't remember.
Like this.
Yeah, our lives went in totally different directions. And only came back when we started to live near each other in Spring Lake. And that's some years ago. And now it's together again. It's and we're older and different people, and we've had different experiences. And
I'm glad you didn't say older and better.
that's an interesting way to start life. You know, we're a year and a half apart, and we were kind of the trail enders of a family of 5. And I think it was always Kenny and Joe, Kenny and Joe, Kenny and Joanne. Kenny, take care of Joanne. And so that's the way it was, get to school. But then when we got to high school, and after high school, it was just, okay, I'm on my own now. And I didn't think I even saw you when you went in high school.
No.
All right, our next one, kind of siblings, best sister-in-law interview. Joyce Nielsen and Jean Lehman.
Yes, there was this huge snowstorm and my little hometown was snowbound. And so my parents told me they couldn't come and get me, and could I figure out somewhere else to go for Thanksgiving break. And since my Chicago roommates had already left for Chicago, Ted said, I'll call my mother and see if it's okay to bring you home. So he did.
Now, Ted was the oldest one, so he was like 18, and my youngest brother was a baby. Joyce had 2 people in her family, so for her to come in that time, I have to give her, she appeared, and there we were. And she did really well to put up with that, from just 2 in Iowa to a large family in Chicago.
But in any case, we did finally get to Chicago, and we got over to Ted's house, and everything went along fine. And I had basically nothing with me because I had been planning to go home to my parents' home. So I had to borrow pajamas from Jean.
Thank God we were the same size.
So I called my mother and told her that I had arrived, that all was well, and that she said, well, what are you doing for pajamas? As if that was the biggest thing in the world.
That's what they did in those days,
I
by
said,
the way.
I'm borrowing Jean's. And she said, well, you can't wear jeans to bed. I said, no, Jean is his sister.
I've learned that she is one of the smartest people I know, a strong person. She's very brave. One time she almost drowned when she was coming home bringing her mom's things back from Iowa to here, and she almost floated away and was able to sit in her car till it went on the ground, and she waited patiently till she got to the bottom. And then she opened the doors and she flew out of there and she climbed up to the street where all the people were. Obviously, she is very smart. And always, I can ask her anything and it'll come out, you know. She did my taxes today. She and Ted, he's the oldest boy, a 35 cousin, and I'm the oldest girl. So they took me with them since I was closest to Ted. And I went with Ted and Joyce to many places, Stratford and Canada, and Joyce took us to France too. So she couldn't have been better.
Jean is very adept at reading people. She knows immediately how people feel and is very...
I have a heart.
She is very aware of she just has a high emotional quotient. So that is, since I have none of that, I especially appreciate that in her.
You ready for this next one?
I'm ready.
The Forever Elaine series. The best Elaines.
The best Elaines.
Of course, this one goes to Elaine Bruins and Elaine Tanis.
Of course.
Very interesting. Elaine Bruins and Elaine Tanis. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
And I'm going to let you take it from there, but I'll ask one question. You have known each other for many, many years. First, if you want to, could you say who's the older?
I'm the older.
She announces it for it. She admits it. Okay, congratulations.
Not much, but I am older.
All right. Wiser too, right?
No. I think so. I don't agree to that.
Early years, we were both from Waupun, Wisconsin area. That's where we grew up. That's what we have in common, plus the fact that we are related, distantly related. And here's the proof. Our names are both in this genealogy book. Elaine has one as well. It's very complicated, I think. Do you want to tell more how we are related?
Well, you want to
Go
cover
right
that
ahead.
now?
Yeah, go right ahead. That's great.
We have an ancestor, our first of the whole family genealogy, who was born in 1800 and emigrated to America in 1871 to Wisconsin.
he's my third great grandfather,
One,
and
two,
her
three.
fourth.
And her
So,
fourth. Okay.
we are third cousins once removed.
Boy.
See, I wouldn't know that. She knows all
Well,
that relationship
you are a
stuff.
fourth cousin of my daughter.
Okay.
The odd man there.
Yeah.
And we had a long history of going out on Friday evening, once a month or every 6 weeks, and we always went to Russ's. And
Of
had
course.
coffee and dessert at 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. So, and I have never forgotten, Elaine always had
Double chocolate
double
cake.
chocolate fudge cake.
There you go.
So,
Well, your lives have really been entwined. Even though you had the separation for a long time and back together now, here you are here.
and I taught school,
Yeah.
elementary school, and Elaine had a very interesting job also along in there.
I have one final question, and it's kind of a vague question, but you can think about it. If you could have dinner with 2 or 3 people, living or dead, who would you choose?
Well, my husband and her husband. we enjoyed each other very much. The four
Would you-
of us.
Elton always said Elliot was like a younger brother.
Oh, so
they
it's
got along.
not only you two, but the husbands as well.
Award is going to be the best panelists. This is going to be our Village View panel.
Yes,
Lynn
yes.
McCoskey, Lenny Cross, and Sandy Frauenheim.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Tell us what you think.
Well, I have pretty strong opinions on cell phone use because at home we had a rule that you couldn't bring a cell phone to the, well, actually, I don't think there were cell phones, but whatever it was, you couldn't do it. It was family time, it was dinner time, it was time to talk to the family. Today, in a way, that's changed, and I think someone might bring their cell phone because maybe they're waiting for some important news that is really very important. So if someone brings a cell phone and puts it on mute and puts it on the table, I don't have a problem with that. If they're waiting, my sister is sick, I have to see if I'm going to get it. I mean, there are always things that you might want to have to know immediately. But I don't have a problem with that. If they're waiting, my sister is sick, I have to see if I'm going to get it. I mean, there are always things that you might want to have to know immediately. But if you get a telephone call and you're going to talk, I think you have to excuse yourself from the table.
I agree.
You know, I think just yesterday it was someplace, and here we were having dinner and talking, and right here where Lenny is sitting was somebody else talking on their phone, which is very, very rude.
It is rude. I think cell phones are wonderful for emergencies, and if you're looking to receive a call, they're great to have. But I don't think, like you say, we should be entering into conversations. Or I did get a call one time, and I don't know if I was at morning coffee or what, but I zipped into the marketplace and said, let me get out of the line of fire. I think if it's a necessity, it's not a problem. Most people, if it's a necessity, it's short and sweet. Yes. Or talk low enough so people don't listen to your conversation.
Okay.
What do you think, Lenny?
Well, I've got to tell you about this daughter. This is daughter number 4, the youngest of the 4. And she was a junior at Bowling Green State University. And we had just moved back from Lancaster, PA to Dearborn. We were with Ford in Dearborn. And we had a boat. And so Kathy, comes out and gets on the boat and with her bikini, and I noticed this butterfly or something here. I didn't say anything to Bob. I'm sure he saw it too, but he wasn't going to say that he saw his daughter's head. You know what I mean? And so I thought, oh my God, the kid's gone away to college. Maybe the other 3 are wild, but I don't know about them. But I can tell you, I'm so afraid Kathy has gone to hell. The next thing it'll be beer. And I thought, I can't handle this. Of my youngest kid, I just thought we were on the road to freedom here, And here all of a sudden, here comes Kathy with a tattoo. Well, it never has progressed any further than that.
Okay.
In the 50 years Okay.
Next one is a very exciting one.
Ooh, okay, let's hear it.
All right, best romance. Dick Munt and Harriet.
Oh, yes.
We miss Dick so much.
We do.
Well, the news is that you plan to make a move. Where do you
Yes.
plan to go, Dick? And first of all, we hate to see you leave,
Well,
but we
thank
know
you.
life changes.
Well,
and
the sheriff is glad to see me go.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes. Strange how life occasionally takes large, sudden, unsuspecting turn.
Yes.
And so I am moving to Portland, Oregon. And the natives say Oregon, not Oregon.
I know because my son has lived there in
Okay,
Portland, and
right.
it's Oregon, you bet, that's Oregon. Mm-hmm.
Preaching to the choir, aren't I?
Yeah, well, that's okay,
Yes,
and I have
yes.
been there, and it's a lovely place, although and Multnomah Falls and all of the things that are around there, that's just a wonderful place to
Yeah,
go to.
yeah, yeah.
But there's more than the scenery that's causing you to go there.
Yes, indeed. It just happens to be that this early spring I got into, I reconnected, I guess you'd say,
Yeah.
with an old friend from my hometown, hers too, and it was more of just a social call that led to our getting connected after 60 years of not being connected, and just had some great conversations and so forth, and things developed from there, and so I'm headed out there because just like my wife, she wasn't going to move to Michigan, just the other way around. So,
well, you're an adaptable person, aren't you?
I better be.
Well, you'll
Yes.
find out more and more, I guess, as you go along.
Right.
But
Yeah.
it's an adventure also.
It is an adventure.
And that's
and
always something to look forward to.
there are probably people that think the two of us are kind of nuts. I mean, we've both had long, established lives, different lives, quite a bit. But sometimes when you're alone,
Yes.
find yourself alone, and
Yes.
a radical change in direction puts a certain spice in your life that just makes life more interesting, more enjoyable.
Well, and I think
gives you a reason to live.
that's right. And for this to happen, you know, now to do a radical change, I think that's fantastic. Yeah.
And you can't wait too long because
Yeah.
we're both octogenarians, and so you just have to take the opportunity, take the chance, and go with it.
All right, and our last award is
Our last
a very
Monday?
special one.
I can't believe it's over already.
Most nonsensical. Goes to our very own Noah Cat.
Oh, me! I accept.
That's how you got the title Chief Nonsense Officer.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
And now, we're gonna find out what the resolutions of the village are. I have a question. Liddy. How many gummy bears do you think Haribo produces every day? Haribo's the gummy bear company.
Oh, 4,286 million.
That's a great answer.
So much fun to look back over the past year, and we've joined in
had a lot of
on the
fun.
award show fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We might have had too much fun.
Not possible.
Never. How cool is that?
Yes, so much fun.
Yes.
And congrats to all of our big winners.
Yes, congratulations. A Monday. Who would have thought they would have a Monday in their award collection? That's
I know.
amazing.
Next year we're going to have trophies.
Oh, we will have trophies next year. They'll be us with our cups of coffee.
Yes.
That would be so cute. All right. But that is all we have for you this week. We are always so honored to be here on the Monday Morning Show. That's Ashley.
That's Noah.
And this has been Monday Morning. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.